Imagine the terror of someone pulling a gun on your child over a road misunderstanding. Now picture that person as a neighborhood authority, meant to protect, not threaten. I never thought I'd face this nightmare, but when it struck, it reshaped our lives. My name is Grace Mitchell, a pediatric nurse at Crestwood Hospital for 15 years, where empathy rivals medical skill. After my divorce 3 years ago, I poured my heart into my patients and my son, Ryan, 16, who has Down syndrome. Ryan's joy is infectious, his smile brightens rooms, his empathy humbles adults. He loves drumming, a passion sparked by his occupational therapist to aid motor skills and focus. From rhythm exercises, he's grown into a talented drummer, taking lessons twice weekly at the Harmony Music Center with Mr. Alvarez, who specializes in students with diverse abilities. Raising Ryan alone while working full-time is tough. We lived in a cramped apartment where neighbors griped about his drumming, despite quiet pads and limited hours. No nearby playground forced long park trips. Last year, with 7 years of savings and my parents' help, I bought a modest 3-bedroom in Crestwood Estates, an upscale area with good schools, safe sidewalks for Ryan, and inclusive community programs. The mortgage strains my budget, but Ryan's stability, his own room for drum posters, made it worth it. I didn't anticipate Brenda Harding, the HOA vice president, a late 40s woman with flawless blonde hair, designer outfits, and a constant scowl. Her welcome wasn't a greeting, but a lecture. "Garbage bins stay behind the fence except pickup day," she said, thrusting a thick HOA rule book at me. "We're strict about lawns and appearances to keep property values high." Exhausted from moving, I nodded. "We'll comply." Her gaze lingered on Ryan, exploring the yard with happy vocalizations, louder than typical, but not disruptive. Her lip curled. "We have noise ordinances. Some residents need peace." My cousin, Nathaniel Nate Barrett, unloading boxes, overheard. A former Marine Scout sniper turned security consultant, he stepped in. Nate Barrett, helping Grace and Ryan settle, his 6 feet 2 inches frame and military demeanor imposing. Harding, she shook his hand, retreating to her grand home across the street. Nate wasn't just family, he was Ryan's rock, teaching him drums when our apartment stifled practice. "She seems charming," he quipped. "Need a background check?" I laughed. "Let's make a good start." But his warning, "I don't like how she looked at Ryan," echoed my unease. Our first month brought 2 HOA warnings. Ryan's basketball hoop was visible, and my yellow roses, his favorite color, weren't approved. Both signed by Harding, forced us to move the hoop, limiting Ryan's play with cul-de-sac kids, and replace the roses, costing money and his joy. We complied to avoid trouble, wanting Ryan to thrive. Neighbors like the Wilsons, with a teen who loved Ryan's superhero obsession, and Dr. Chen, offering bus stop pickups, warmed us to the community. The day everything shattered was a Thursday, 6 weeks in. Rushing from a hospital meeting, I was late for Ryan's 4:30 drum lesson. Backing out, I saw Harding on her porch, phone in hand, likely noting violations. I waved, she didn't. Ryan, excited, practiced finger patterns. Mr. Alvarez says, "I'm ready for advanced paradiddles." We saved for an electronic drum kit for his November birthday. At a 4-way stop, a tabby cat darted out. I braked hard, lurching us forward. Ryan's drumsticks fell. "Sorry, buddy, a cat ran out," I said. He asked, "Is Kitty okay?" I confirmed it was safe. An angry honk blared. A white Range Rover tailgate, its driver gesturing wildly. I apologized via my mirror and drove on. Turning right, the Rover followed, honking, tailgating. Ryan rocked, hands flapping, anxious from noise. "It's okay," I soothed. "What song are you practicing?" Before he answered, the Rover swerved, cutting us off, blocking both lanes. Harding stormed out, furious, sunglasses atop her head. "Stay here, Ryan," I said, stepping out. "Practice your patterns." I faced her. "Harding, is something wrong?" She mocked. "Wrong? You nearly caused an accident. Can you drive? I explained the cat, apologizing, but she scoffed, endangering humans for a stray? If I'd hit you, it'd be your fault. Cars stopped, watching. We're blocking traffic, I urged. Let's move and talk. Ryan's louder vocalizations drew Harding's gaze, her face twisting in contempt. Is this about your special needs kid distracting you? She spat. People like you lower property values. Rage surged, but I stayed calm for Ryan. His name is Ryan. He has Down syndrome and more compassion than you. Move your car. Harding's face reddened, jaw clenched. She pulled a pistol from her handbag, pointing it shakily at me. Don't talk to me like that, she said, eerily calm. I'm HOA vice president. My husband's a top developer. Show respect. Nursing instincts kicked in. Stay calm. Keep her talking, but my heart screamed to protect Ryan. I stepped between her and the car where Ryan's cries grew frantic. Put the gun down, I pleaded, hands raised. This isn't worth ruining your life. Harding fixated on Ryan's vocalizations. Stop that racket. He's mocking me. He's not, I said, desperate. He's overwhelmed. Lower the gun and I'll calm him. Ryan's loud moan pushed her over. Stop, she screamed, firing. The bullet hit my car's passenger window, glass shattering over Ryan, who screamed. I lunged, pulling him close, checking for injuries amid glass shards. He was unharmed but terrified, sobbing. Harding froze, gun limp, shocked. Bystanders called 911. A woman blocked Harding's exit. Sirens neared. Nate appeared, jogging from a drum pad delivery, his marine calm turned lethal. Assessing Harding's gun, place the weapon down. 2 fingers on the grip, he ordered. She stammered. He was making noises to mock me. I didn't mean to hit anything. Nate's voice hardened. Weapon down, now. She complied. He secured it, noting no safety, finger on the trigger. Any training? Harding, ashen, mumbled about her permit. That's not training, Nate said. Firing in a residential area at a minor is a felony. Police arrived, recognizing Nate, a police academy trainer. Officers cuffed Harding, who demanded her husband and lawyer. Ryan, wrapped in a shock blanket, was cleared by paramedics. Nate took him for ice cream nearby while I gave my statement to Detective Ramirez. She could have killed him, I choked, over a cat and his coping sounds. Ramirez nodded. Witness videos and Barrett's statement confirm reckless endangerment. The DA will pursue this, despite her connections. 3 hours later, we left in Nate's car, mine evidence. Ryan, silent, clung to me. Neighbors gathered, offering sympathetic waves. Nate stayed, sleeping on our couch, his presence calming Ryan. That night, Ryan needed his weighted blanket and sound machine. Nate and I processed at the kitchen table. Her permit had no training, he said. She'll face felonies, aggravated assault, endangerment, illegal discharge, threats. I worried about living across from her. A restraining order will force her to move, Nate assured, suggesting a trauma counselor for Ryan. The HOA ousted Harding. The interim president, Mr. Thompson, a retired judge, apologized, revising rules to protect diversity. Neighbors brought meals, funded car repairs, and offered counseling. The music center held a drum circle for neurodivergent kids, Ryan shining. Nate installed cameras, lights, and taught Ryan calming techniques, extending his stay. He took a sheriff's training job, moving nearby. I want to teach firearms safety, he said, to prevent this. Harding's plea deal brought 5 years probation, no gun rights, anger management, disability service, and a permanent restraining order, forcing her to sell her home. New owners, a family with autistic twins, were welcomed inclusively. Mr. Thompson urged me to join the HOA board. We need your perspective. Nate's nod sealed my yes. Ryan's new drum kit, a gift with Nate's help, filled our yard with music, neighbors texting praise. I kept a glass shard from the car not for trauma, but resilience. Harding's rage sparked a better community, where Ryan's drumming is music, not noise. Nate, now 3 streets over, is family, maybe more. The ripples of Harding's actions extended far beyond Crestwood Estates. The case became a rallying cry for stricter gun control laws and better protections for individuals with disabilities. Ryan's law, named in his honor, mandated comprehensive firearms training for all permit holders and increased penalties for violence against vulnerable populations. It sparked a national conversation about empathy, tolerance, and the responsibility of community. Ryan, now a young man, became an advocate, sharing his story at schools and community centers. His drumming, once a source of conflict, became a symbol of resilience and the power of acceptance. He and Nate formed a close bond, Nate becoming a father figure and a constant source of support. And I, forever changed by the events of that day, dedicated my life to building a world where no child would ever have to face the terror that Ryan did. The glass shard, a constant reminder, not of pain, but of the extraordinary capacity of the human spirit to heal, to forgive, and to create a future where love triumphs over hate. And sometimes, when the wind was just right, the sound of Ryan's drums would carry through the neighborhood, a symphony of hope, a testament to a community reborn, and a mother's unwavering love.